Hello, hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, world. Afternoon, IG. Afternoon, Facebook. Afternoon to all you good people out there. How's everyone doing out there? Hope everybody is staying safe. Everybody is staying in, following instructions, which we still need to be doing. Hi, Tukes. Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Maria. How are you? Thanks for jumping on today. Hello, guys. All right. I'm glad you guys was able to join in today. Elaine Proby here from PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and we've got some very exciting information for you guys today. Very exciting information. So I'm sure you guys will be excited to hear what I'm going to talk about today. So I want you guys to, hi Maria, I'm good. How are you? You guys hit like and share, get your friends on board. Hi Mida Dre, thanks for jumping in. Hit like and share this video, you guys. Hit like and share. Okay, good. So I'm glad you guys was able to join today. Elaine Proby, once again, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here, CEO. We have a financial service firm in Los Angeles for over 35 years, and we've been serving the community for all that time. Actually, same location here in Crenshaw for over 25 years. And we've been helping a whole lot of business actually stay in business right now through this pandemic, and also just taking their business to the next level. And you know what I'm saying is just making a lot of improvement, a lot of money, and and garnering a whole lot of success. So what I want to do is just try to keep enlightening you guys and give you guys updated information, so it would help you as an individual and will help you through your business process as well. Because I think right now all we need to do is figure out how we can stay successful and just take our business to the next level. Okay, so today I want to talk about how major corporations, some of the major corporations, Fortune 500 companies that make billions and billions of dollars. So I want to talk about how these guys pay little to no taxes. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is how they do it, the methods that they use. We're going to talk about 3 ways that they use to save millions of dollars in taxes, even though they make billions of dollars. So we're going to talk about that today. And then I'm sure at the end of this, you guys are going to be like, okay, I want to do the same thing. So I'll let you know how we're going to discuss and how that's going to affect you in the next session. Okay. All right. So let's talk about 3 ways that major corporations pay little to no taxes. And there's a lot of those corporations out there, a lot of the Fortune 500 companies. You got Amazon, you got FedEx, you got Netflix, we've got Apple. There's so many of them. But today I kind of want to focus on Amazon because, as you guys know, that's one of the, most popular. It's very popular. It just kind of came from behind, up and running, and now they're all over the place. And they have other subsidiaries, a whole lot of different companies that they own. And so, they're really doing very well, making billions and billions of dollars, okay? So we want to talk about the 3 ways that Amazon, like some of the other major corporations, 3 ways that they use to save, to pay little or no taxes over the years. Hi, Dennis. Thanks for jumping on. All right. So, one of the first things that I want to discuss, the first way we want to talk about is how they invest millions and millions of dollars into research and development. Okay, so that's one of the ways that these major corporations save a lot of money on taxes. They pay little to no taxes over the last few years. And they spend a lot of money on research and development, guys. So what you have to do is you have to take the money that you make, reinvest it into your company. And if you want to have your company grow and exceed into different areas, of course, you guys spend a lot of money on research and development. And this is what they have done. They wanted to be one of the most innovative company. They want to introduce a lot of new programs and stuff to the world. So of course they spend money doing this, right? And they want to be able to bring new products. They want to be able to bring new services. And so they invest in researching how all this can happen, how it can take place. And so by doing so, they're able to get a lot of credits. The government give you a lot of credits for spending money on research and development. So some of the businesses, of course, that Amazon have, some of the businesses that they have bought over throughout their research and finding out how they can expand their services. Some of the stuff that they have done is they're also, they're one of the peoples who are, introducing the cashless cashier. You guys have seen that when you go to the grocery stores, how you can, just log out or just even buying online. They did a lot of stuff like web servicing. What they have done, they got like music streaming services, a lot of online stuff that they have also spent a lot of money in. So they are able to take a lot of this money, all these millions of dollars that they spend, and they are able to get major credits on their tax returns. So this is what allows them to pay little to no taxes, okay? So they turn around that profit and they reinvest it. That's what they do. One of the most interesting thing that I was paying attention to is like the Internal Revenue Tax Code, right? They talk about maybe say 600 or 6,000 different ways for you to make money. But then they've got so many, like 6,000 pages telling you how to save money, how to take advantage of credits, how to reduce your taxes. All this is in the Internal Revenue Code. But the thing about it is, if you don't know it, you can't use it, right? So these guys, they research all this stuff, and so they're able to take advantage of all of the reduction of their taxes through this 6,000 pages in the Internal Revenue Tax Code, okay? So they're not doing anything wrong. They're just using the tax code to take these credits, all right? So the first thing, of course, like I said, is the research and development phase. And that's why Amazon is now able to expand their businesses. And of course, these major corporations, they're worldwide. So when we're talking about expanding businesses, worldwide, okay? And they own so many subsidiaries, so many different companies based on how they were able to maneuver in finding out how one company can assist the other company. And instead of paying taxes on those profits, they just reinvest it, okay? So that's the first way. Now let's speak of the second way that these major corporations, and we're speaking about Amazon today, how they save and pay little or no taxes. All right. So this is today. We're talking about three ways that these major corporations do that. So the second ways that these corporations, especially Amazon, pay little to no taxes. So what they do is they invest a lot of money into plant, equipment, and all kinds of major properties, right? This is what they do. They buy a lot of plant and equipment and major properties, things that will enhance their business. Again, this is going to expand everything that they do. So they make the money, they take it, and they reinvest it. So by you buying equipment, by you investing money in lots of plants and lots of property, this is what they do. They also buy money, spend money on these huge warehouses all across the nation, all across the world. And by investing in real estate and plant and equipment and all that stuff, they are able to write off what is called depreciation on the money they spent. What depreciation does, what it does is allows you to write off the money you spent on this plant, equipment, and this property. It allows you to write it off over a period of time. But the government has a rule about the depreciation where you can write off a lot of your the monies you spent on these assets over a short period of time, and you can really take a lot of the money up, a lot of the write-off up front. Okay, so they are able to offset a lot of their taxable income by buying plant and equipment and even real property where these warehouses are. And they are able to take this depreciation and write it off and take advantage of the deduction, reduce their taxable income, and barely pay any taxes. Once again, I'll talk to you guys next week on how this is going to apply, how you can do this and how it can apply to you as well. Okay, so that's the second way that Amazon pay little to no taxes. And they haven't paid any taxes in the last couple of years, but I'll let you know in 2019 what happened, okay? So hi, Inez. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks, you guys, for coming in. Once again, Elaine Proby here from PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, CEO. And today, for those people who just joined on, we are talking about how 3 ways major corporations save and pay little to no taxes. So today we're going to be discussing what Amazon did, and then, of course, we'll talk about how this is going to affect us and how we can do this in the next session, okay? So let's get to the third way that Amazon have paid very little to no taxes. So what major corporation does is they have what is called stock options. So instead of giving their employees cash, and I know a lot of you guys may have had friends or relatives or someone who worked for some of these major corporations, and then they always talking about, oh, you know, they gave us these stock options instead of giving us cash, or instead of giving us a bonus, we got these stock options in the company. And a lot of folks, they take advantage of it. They don't really understand the whole process so much, but they take advantage of it. And they want to know a lot of times how, you know, all this corporation, Facebook and all of them is able to give you all these stock options, right, instead of cash. So, and let me tell you how this helps them. What this does is they're able to write off the value of the stock. So they give you a stock option. Let's say that is at $25 per share, and the stock is worth, say, $150 per share. So the corporations are able to write off the value of the stock. They are able to write that off as a deduction, right? So this now brings down their taxable income. So now they don't pay taxes on a whole lot of money once they do all this write-off on these stocks, value of these stocks. So now their taxable income is a whole lot less than it was had they just given you cash, because cash would be dollar for dollar. Stock, that will appreciate, it will go up. So they have a larger write-off. So this is what happens, okay? So guys, it appears that, okay, they make billions of dollars and they're not really paying any taxes, but because they're actually using the profit, they're reinvesting it in the company. And so they are reducing their taxable income, and then they're taking advantage of all the credits. Credits is what the government gives you back to offset your tax liability. So they're taking advantage of all the credits there is. Like I said, there's about 6,000 pages of how to reduce your taxes in IRS revenue code. Okay, so as long as you're able to take advantage of these codes and all of these tax savings, it's all legal. So it's nothing wrong with what they're doing, right? So anyways, I just wanted you guys to be aware of how this happens, because I know you hear a lot about how they pay no taxes, and you're thinking, how does people make billions of dollars and they pay absolutely no taxes? And it doesn't, you know, it's not that they're doing anything wrong, right? It was said, like in 2019, though, Amazon did pay some taxes. That was like the first year they paid taxes in a long time. And also to keep in mind that we're talking about federal income taxes here. Now, these companies, they pay other taxes, state taxes, city taxes. Of course, they have to pay payroll taxes. There are other taxes that they pay, international taxes, because they're worldwide. But the federal income taxes, that's the one that everybody is concerned about. How do you pay no federal income taxes when you make $280 billion? And they reduce their taxable income to $160 million, and then you barely pay any taxes. So sometimes their tax equivalent percentage, sometimes it's like 1.5%. Okay, so what happens is the corporate taxes is at 21%. When you're paying your taxes at 1.5%, that is just a drop in the bucket. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand, when you hear FedEx, Amazon, you know, all these major corporations, Apple, and all these guys are not paying any taxes, it's not that there's anything wrong. They're taking advantage of the tax code. There's all these credits they're taking advantage of. They're depreciating stuff. They're writing off things that are legitimate. You know, it's all in the tax code, and this is why they are not paying too much taxes, little, and in some cases, no taxes. Okay, how important is accounting trying to lower your taxes? Okay, so good question there. How important is accounting? Of course, to even know what your bottom line is, which means your taxable income, to even know what that is, you obviously have to keep accounting records, proper accounting records. And see, and this is again what these guys do. They have proper accounting records. You have to account for all the money that you make, and you have to account for everything that you spend. And what you have to do is, obviously, you got to start this from the very beginning, right? You have to know what comes in, and you have to know what goes out. And then once you know what your profit is, right? And then see, this is another thing too, because if you do your accounting on a regular basis, so now you can see in advance, before the year is out, you can see in advance what your profit is looking like, okay? You can see what your profit is looking like if you do your accounting in advance. And so, and this also helps you to make those decision in reinvesting. You know, should I increase the budget for that? Decision in buying properties and equipment. Should I make you can make a decision in that, because You do proper accounting records. You know what your taxable income is. And now you know that you have to make some moves, like we call you to make some moves, to save on these taxes as opposed to paying them out. You want to reinvest them back into your company. Okay. All right. Hi, Lilette. Thanks for jumping on. Okay. So if you guys have any questions regarding that, any of this stuff, I mean, I know this, we hear it all the time about not paying any taxes, and you can't make billions of dollars and pay no taxes. And I remember that some of the senators, Bernie Sanders and all those guys was talking about they need to pay the proper amount of taxes. You got these major corporations pay less taxes than, say, the teacher and some of the other people who's not making a lot of money. When you look at the percentage and the ratio, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. If you're paying your taxes in at 20% or, you know, at 35% or wherever you're at, and they're only paying 1.65% on, say, $116 million, then of course they're not paying equivalent to what you are paying in as just a single individual. Okay, so did I answer your question? Okay, all right. So guys, today what we're talking about, for those people who just jumped on, I know there's a few people who just came on here, what we're talking about is how major corporation, 3 ways that major corporations pay little to no taxes. That's what the topic is today. All right, so let me recap that for you guys, right? The first way, we're speaking of Amazon, what they have done is they have reinvested money into research and development. Research and development is where they have a team that goes out and they look different ways that they can improve the market, different ways that they can bring new products and services to the market, and different ways that different types of equipment and things that they can use to enhance the services that they already providing. And in doing so, what they do, they have all these other subsidiary companies that they reinvest in other smaller companies that is up under their umbrella. So research and development is the first way that they save on their taxes, okay? The second way, number 2, second way they save on their taxes is they invest money in buying more properties, huge warehouses all over the world. They got these huge warehouses, more property, more equipment. They save on depreciating, writing off all this stuff, right? And then the big key here is they get tax credits. They provide jobs and they get tax credits. And you guys, we're gonna have a session when you understand what the difference is between the tax credits. It's totally different from just saving on your taxable income. The tax credits is super better than just paying, reducing your tax liability, okay? Because it just offset dollar for dollar. So we'll talk about that in a later, live when we're going to talk about savings on your taxes, okay? So the second way number 2, is that they reinvest in plant, property, and equipment. And then the third way that these major corporations, especially Amazon and some Facebook and some of the other software companies for sure, is stock option to their employees. And this is because instead of giving the employee cash and writing off $100,000 cash, let's say, they give them stocks. And based on what the stock is worth, the market value of that stock, which appreciates. So that $100,000 could be a $500,000 write-off, depending on the price of the stock. So this is what they do. Right? So that's the 3 ways. 3 ways that the major corporation pay little or no taxes. All right. So you guys, that's what we want to talk about with them today. And what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to look out for the live next week, and we're going to talk about how you can save on your taxes. And we want to discuss what that is. I want you guys to really get your take some notes on this, because we're going to really talk about how you're going to save on your taxes. Okay. All right. So, once again, you guys, put your questions at the bottom of the screen if you have any question about this stuff. And then I'll come back through here and we'll respond to those questions. If not, you guys can call us. It's PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in Los Angeles. Give us a call at 323-290-9034 and or visit our website at probyststax.com. Of course, I always want to let you guys be aware of this. You have to make sure that you're doing proper accounting, because a lot of the stuff is not going to matter. You're not going to know what your profit is, and you're not going to be able to figure out what you need to reinvest, how much money you got to reinvest, or any of this stuff, okay? You won't be able to know any of this. So you have to do proper accounting, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting can help you with that, okay, as well as some of our other services, which is the income taxes, consultation, all that good stuff, all right? So give us a call. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and I will see you guys next week on the next live and keep you guys updated with what's going on financially with your household and with businesses. All right. Hi, Laverne. Hi, sis. How are you? Thanks for jumping on. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for popping in. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Have a great day.